Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Lee and Hayley Overtime, the podcast.
Oh, my gosh. It's the podcast.
Yeah.
Years ago, I remember being very confused as to what a podcast was.
Not me.
What's the first podcast you ever listened to?
Mark Maron, WTF.
So good.
Used to listen to it all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great because he interviewed a lot of comics. My guys, and speaking of, by the way, I'll get to that boo-boo I made in just a moment. But first, let me say, this episode is brought to you by Damiano's.
Ooh, ooh.
Italian. Oh, it is so good. As a matter of fact, as these two can attest, I just had the cheese ravioli. Well, you had some too.
I had a bite. It was lovely.
It was so good.
And you ordered extra sauce. We got it DoorDashed here because obviously you can dine in or do pickup, whatever, but you can also DoorDash it as well.
By the way, they got a beautiful bar. If you sit at the bar, sometimes they give you deals because you're sitting at the bar. Yeah, like your drinks can be cheaper on occasion. Yeah, they told me that once. I was in there, I was like, what?
Yeah. So where's
If you sit at the bar, can you sit at the table? If you sit at the bar, we'll give you half off. And I'm like, what? Now, I don't know if that's still true, but it was that day.
how many drinks had you had when they supposedly, quote unquote, told
Yeah, I
you?
walked in stewed.
Oh, stewed to the eyebrows.
No, they said that. So they, anyway, you could inquire.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
But Damiano's, let me just say this, by the way.
Tell me.
They're located at 503 South Upper Street. They're right across the street from the campus Target store. That's one way you can find them.
University of Kentucky.
And it is so good. I'm telling you, it's the best pizza in town. You get the
Margarita.
No, the margherita. Say it with the music. The margherita pizza.
Okay.
That's how you say
It's
it.
like I'm there.
Yeah,
Is that how they say it?
that's how the Italians say it. Margherita.
Margarete?
Margherita.
I don't think that's true.
I have seen Inglourious Bastards.
Lee, that is
15
not a
times.
historically
That-
accurate film. It's not a documentary.
They're playing Italians.
and not well.
As Brad Pitt would say, Italian.
Yeah, right. See, I'm sorry. I don't believe
Since
him.
you're the only one that doesn't speak Italian, you'll be quiet.
Oh, dear.
And that's you in this case.
That's me in this case. I'm Brad Pitt in this case?
No.
Oh.
Anyway, 503 South Upper Street. If you want to call those guys to order something or check out for, say, hey, what are you doing? When's your operating hours? Or I need to know something about this place. I want to place an order because you're not using the DoorDash or the Uber Eats. 503. It's area code 859-503-8373. Damiano's.
Yes, thank you, Damiano's, for sponsoring us and keeping us well fed. The cheese ravioli, fantastic.
So good.
So good. What's going on?
With me? Oh, so let me tell you about the boo-boo I made.
Tell me about the boo-boo.
Okay, so I was excited because one of our guests coming to the podcast is a fantastic young man who's trying his hand at comedy. And his name is Greg Warren. And Greg was going to be on the podcast. He agreed to do it. I'm thinking I got a couple of weeks. Well, he's in town this week, so obviously he's not sitting there.
No, because he's busy.
No, it's not he's busy. I didn't call
He
him
doesn't
and
like
say,
you. You didn't call him.
It's my fault. I didn't get him in here.
Why did you not?
I forgot. I thought he had a couple of weeks before he got here. I'm not the keeper of Greg's schedule.
You're not?
No.
Well, no wonder he's all over the place. He thinks you're keeping his schedule.
Yeah,
Are you not Greg's keeper?
I'm not. But anyway, we'll get Greg in here at some point.
Yeah, he's a great comic, that's for sure.
But I just wanted to tease him about how his buddy Nate Brigetzi's doing wonderful.
Yeah, Nate has blown up. He's left you two in the dust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. I got a gig like next week. It's in Paris, Kentucky. Oh, my gosh. I'll tell you more about it later.
I like Paris, a little jewel, Bourbon
So
County.
they've got a new little place. I'll tell you more about it later, but it's...
I just learned the other day, and forgive me, because in my opinion, some of the best pizza when you're on the go is Hunt Brothers Pizza that you get at the gas
Well,
station. I just found out last night at dinner with some friends that it was started in Paris, Kentucky.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I've known that forever.
Well, I'm sorry. I wish you would have told me.
But, Hunt Brothers is
Oh my gosh, it's so
Bridget
good.
Howard, our executive producer, her favorite pizza.
It's so good.
It is good.
One memorable year, my family, we were driving back from visiting family on Christmas Day, and we stopped at a gas station and got Hunt Brothers Pizza. It was so good. It's so
I
good.
think they have it at Rupp Arena now.
Oh, is that Hunt's? Hunt Brothers, I should
Well,
say.
at least they did it one time.
Oh, you haven't been in a while. When's the last ball game you went to?
Basketball
Cricket.
last year. I haven't been.
You haven't been this season?
No.
We're taping this on Wednesday, so last night watched the.
Ole Miss.
Yes, thank goodness, Kentucky getting the big win. First time. I mean, Trey had to go to the locker room, never came back, but first time they had a full roster all season.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Were you
He
excited?
went to the locker room and never came back.
Did he come back after he got left for an injury?
Trey Mitchell?
Yeah.
I don't recall that. I don't recall the injury. I knew he was hurt. That's why he wasn't playing.
What do? Watch with one eye? Like, what happened?
Well, kind of. I was at Jake's Cigar Bar.
Oh, okay. Getting those half-price drink deals.
No, not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate it. Okay. Well, I gotta confess something here.
Here we go.
I was just thinking about Damiano's again and the pasta you just got, the cheese ravioli. Lee was done with it, and I just said, "Could I have some of that?" And I took one bite of the cheese ravioli, and then I just ate the sauce that it came in. He left a lot of sauce.
What do you mean you just ate it? You mean you went in that room back there and ate it in private?
No, I stood over here and ate it.
Above the trash can?
Yeah. It's so good. It's just like tomatoes and garlic and olive oil and
No, it's wonderful.
delish.
I didn't see you eat it.
Well, you were on your phone doing God knows what.
Trying to figure out how I screwed up this Greg
Yeah,
Warren.
I don't understand how you did that.
In my head, time got away from me. I thought I had a couple of more weeks before Greg was going to be here.
How did you not have it
and I
written
thought
down what date it was?
I didn't put it in the calendar.
Yeah, I know, Lee. Why don't you use a calendar?
I'm not organized. I'm a free spirit, as you know.
Yeah. No, you're not.
What do you mean I'm not?
You are the. What do you mean you're a free spirit? Oh, I'm a free spirit then.
No, you're not.
I'm not at all. I'm
know
so
you're
high
not.
strung. I'm up there right now.
You're high strung. You're high maintenance.
Higher than a kite. No. Yeah, no, my whole life, my most used app on my phone, if it's not the calendar, is the Reminders app. Because I'm so aware of how disorganized I am and can flail and get overwhelmed. I put every single thing I need to remember in the Reminders app. My Reminders app goes off 20 times a day. And it'll be the simplest thing is like, put that piece of mail in the mailbox. Because I don't complete tasks unless
Brush teeth.
Brush teeth. Wake up.
Yeah. I don't put anything in there unless it's a show. That's a big fear of mine that I forgot that I booked myself someplace.
Oh, a comedy show. And they call you and are like, hey.
And yeah, I don't show up. It happened to me once
No.
many years ago.
You forgot you had a comedy show?
Yeah.
You who was so lucky
And
to
it
book
was
something?
up in Indiana or someplace.
Yeah.
And the guy who booked it called me. And I panicked as soon as he goes, Lee.
Oh.
And there's no way I can get there.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Was it so it was far
no.
away?
You know what he said? He goes, I am so sorry. I'm like, Tom. And he's like, Lee. I'm like, Tom. And he said, Lee.
Oh, no.
And I said, I'm so sorry. No, he said that.
Oh.
And I went, what? He goes, they canceled on us. Are you there yet?
And you said, about to pull in.
One time I forgot and I got lucky.
Did you confess that you'd forgotten anyway?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd be like, well, hey, buddy, you owe me one.
No, you know what I did? I said,
What'd you do?
Tom, to be honest with you, I forgot about it. He goes, oh, well, good. I won't pay you the deposit.
Lee.
He was going to pay me.
Yeah, I bet he was.
That's why I always keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. I've
I
never.
learned that playing Texas Hold'em.
Keep your mouth shut.
Aces.
Wow.
Of course, I can say that every hand.
Aces.
Yeah, just
And they just think that's just your cool slang word.
throw 'em
Oh,
off.
aces.
Does he have aces or not?
Does he have aces? Wow. I'm seeing a ton of comments being dropped on the Facebook page that we're live on right now. For those of you
Wayne.
listening or watching the podcast at the time of this taping, we're also live on the Lee and Hayley Show Facebook page, which we'd love for you to follow, like, comment on there.
Subscribe.
Can you subscribe to a Facebook page?
I think you can.
I don't know.
actually.
Just get on there, show some love.
Wayne Bruner writes about the TV show. He says, how's the syndicated show going?
It is
I
going
never
great.
get to watch because of work schedule.
Wayne.
There's a DVR out there. Good Lord.
Okay, why are you being mean to Wayne?
not
He
being
said he
mean.
wants to watch. A lot of people like to watch a show live. Like sometimes there's just something to be said for watching it when everyone else is watching it.
Now, me, I don't watch
Maybe
anything
that's his
live,
deal.
including ball games. I like to be behind so I can either fast forward through a commercial or I can control it.
Oh, I do love that.
I want to be able
Not
to.
for ball games.
Even for ball
No,
games.
I can only watch a ball game live. If I can't see it live,
I
I'm
have
not
to
watching
stay
it.
away from my phone.
Yeah.
Because, my brother, my father's texting me, and I'm like, don't tell me what the score is.
Yeah.
I'm behind here.
Yeah.
Anyway, howdy, Wayne. But the show's going great. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we're always looking to pick up more markets, and that's more of a springtime activity.
Yeah, the Lee and Hayley Show currently airs in 4 states, Kentucky, Georgia, Mississippi, and North Carolina. So thank you so much for all of our viewers in all those states. We certainly appreciate it in all our partner
Boy, do we
stations.
covet South Dakota. The promised land.
Name 2 cities there.
In South Dakota? Mm-hmm. All right. Is Minot there?
Is Helena there?
No, that's Montana.
That's Montana. I just started watching Yellowstone this week, and that is actually true. I just started watching Yellowstone. I'm the last person on earth who hasn't watched it. And
Where's Bismarck? Is that
North Dakota? What is the capital of South Dakota?
Is it Cheyenne? No.
That's Wyoming.
Oh, that is Wyoming.
That is Wyoming. South Dakota. We are so sorry to all the people watching right now from South Dakota.
Yeah, we're never going to get South Dakota.
I can not only not think of the capital city, I can't think of any city there.
Yeah. Should I look it up?
Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes how I look up is if it is a geography question, I'll go to maps. I don't even type anything.
You don't
in.
even Google it?
No, I don't need to Google. I'll just go. Look, just keep shrinking it down and move over. By the way, I am just fascinated with my Rise of Empires show about the Ottoman Empire and the fall of Constantinople.
Yes, which is one of the most fun words to say in the entire world,
is.
Constantinople.
Well, there's Iowa.
Lee, you think this saves you time?
Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls. Oh my gosh, Sioux Falls.
And Rapid City.
Huh.
Yeah, named after a husband.
Sioux Falls. Hello to Sioux Falls. What's Sioux Falls known for? Let's learn about it.
I don't want to learn about Sioux Falls.
Yeah, I've never been to North or South Dakota.
You know, these microphones, I noticed, have turned me into Nick Nolte.
Why?
A dog like this here, I don't really, or maybe it was a little bit of a
You
Sam
talk like
Shepard.
that when I've made fun of you on the show before because you talk deep like that only when your brother calls.
I do not do that.
You do. When he calls, you go, hey. You'll be talking to me in the car, and this is how you sound.
So you believe.
And then he answers, he calls, and you go, hello. Hey, buddy. It's like you think suddenly when you talk to him, it's like you're on a CB radio. You're like, hey there, Breaker 109.
So you think it's some sort of.
I think it's like a competition thing where you're trying to be like, which one of us is more masculine? We were young brothers, but now we're adult men.
You're so full of it. I do not do that.
You do that, Lee.
I promise I don't.
I promise
I
you
want
do.
You, next time my brother calls, to tape me.
Okay, that's cool.
I want you to record my conversation.
But I'll have to do it because you will change how you do it if you're aware that I'm taping.
You know I'm going to do it.
But Lee, I've been in the car with you every single day filming and driving me crazy for years. And you, as soon as because he talks deep.
He does not.
Yes, he does. So whenever he calls, you go,
Aaron, no.
And he's like, wait, Aaron always says, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
It's all one word somehow. What are you doing?
I never can. And I think I've told you this. I don't know what he says to finish the conversation because it's a hybrid between goodbye and see you later and see you, buddy. I'm like, what?
Be your buddy?
You know, all right. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later. Oh, buddy.
See you, buddy. That sounds to me like see you,
but
buddy.
then I've heard. I've heard. I don't know what it is.
Either way, it's very deep, and you're competing.
I'm not competing.
And whatever he says, see you, buddy, you say,
I'm not competing.
Goodbye. My dad says, bye-bye. All right. Bye-bye.
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 My grandfather, he would just go click.
Yeah. My friends used to get mad at me because I don't like drawn out goodbyes on the phone or in person. And so my friends would, you know that thing, it always seems like you have one final thought when you're on the phone with someone after you're already saying goodbye and you're like, oh, da-da-da. They were like, you can never catch Hayley. Some people, you can be like, oh, what? Something else? They're like, Hayley's already moved on to another, because I just hang up the phone. I'll be like, okay, bye. And as soon as I'm hitting end.
You do that. You have zero sentimentality for the conversation. That drives me nuts.
Like, sometimes phone calls are simply
no, they're not
informationally transactional.
No,
we're just talking.
No, any encounter
the
you
mic's
have
over there
with I don't want to blow it out. Any encounter you have with
New
a
is
human,
so mad at you right now.
I don't care. He can be mad. Any encounter you have with a human is not transactional. It is a relationship. And my grandmother taught me that person you're talking to could be dead in 5 minutes. So you never just go bye. You go, if we never see each other again.
Oh, you need me to start saying that at the end of every phone call to you and everyone.
Yes.
Hey, Amazon, thanks for calling to ask for the gate code to get in my neighborhood.
Here's where you
If we
fail.
never talk again.
And that's where you fail. What would that do to that person if you were to say that to them? You know what?
they'd call Amazon and be like, I don't want to take that route anymore. That crazy girl that lives over there.
You don't know me, but I just want you to know you're important, and by golly, I love you.
Oh my God.
What is wrong with that?
Yeah. Well, I'm never going to do that because I've already moved on to another activity. I hang up the phone and I move on.
All about you.
Yeah. And I just want you to know this is you on the mic. Yeah. So anyway.
No, it's not. Well, maybe my
was telling
headphones
you
are
this really
too
crazy
loud then, if that's the case, because I can hear myself easily. So even if I'm over here, I can still hear myself.
Okay, what we're going to do here is a little exercise.
All right.
I'm going to pretend I'm a different family, each different family member of yours on the phone, and you answer the phone to each person. All right. It's me, Lee's mom, and I'm going to call that young man. Doot, doot, doot. Ring, ring, ring. You're not going to pick up her call? Okay. All right. I'm Lee's dad, the good pastor. Got to call him and see if he wants to.
Well, where am I?
Confess. You're at your house.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
All right.
Because he'll call me at a bar sometimes and I don't take it. Because it's loud in there and he's going to ask me, where are you?
Oh.
Well,
You don't think your dad knows that you go to bars?
Well, I don't want him to catch me in one.
Sure. I'm going to, okay.
Yeah, that's the same theory I have for the second coming.
Yes.
I shouldn't be at this bar.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
No, I'm sure the good Lord will pull a lot of people out of bars.
All right. I'm your dad and I'm calling you. Ring, ring, ring.
Hey, Dad.
Okay.
And you know what he says?
What?
Lee, this is your dad.
Every time?
Yes. Yeah. I know who you are. I
on
have had this relationship with you for almost 30 years.
He's only been your dad for 30 years.
Yeah, the first 20, it was another guy playing the role.
Yeah.
We switched Dicks or Darrens, whatever that was. Remember that? It was Dick and Darren and the Bewitched. That's what it was. It was Dick something.
Okay, that makes more sense. No, I don't know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I know Bewitched and there was a Darren, so
Yeah, I
I'm wanting
think
to.
one of them
I
name
just
was
thought
Dick.
you were making a crude hospital
No,
joke.
of course that's what you would think.
Because I'm sorry, I'm not from your
No, but
era.
he's always said that my entire life.
Yeah.
Lee, it's your dad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've told the story before on the show that
You recognize your father's voice, you know.
yes, you do, and the fact that your phone lets you know
Yeah,
dad's
but
calling.
he doesn't understand that part of it.
One of my dad's.
I've got you clocked already, Pops.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm your brother calling.
All right.
I got to call Lee and compete for manhood. Ring, ring, ring.
Luke, I'm your father. I don't do that. I just go, hey.
No, it's another.
It is not.
Hey,
It is not that.
hey, what are you doing? All right, this is the
Hey, what are you
conversation.
doing?
This is you.
I
Hey,
say, hey, what are you doing? Just like this.
say it again.
Hey, what are you doing?
You did not say it like that.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? Okay. If Nua calls, ring, ring, ring. What do you say?
Nua.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, Nua's calling me.
Did you forget
Nua, our photog editor.
Yeah, say hello. Nua.
What title has he given himself? You said it the other day.
Chief photographer?
Chief photographer? I thought it was, yeah, there he is.
I didn't give him another title. What are you
The
talking
other day you said it on the show. He's like, president in waiting or something. Yeah, and I'm like, where did that come from? And I'm like, how did he get that title?
I think I just said
I didn't grant him that title.
Gosh, not everything goes through you. I run a secret office.
I'll tell you what, if you were with me the other night, you'd realize everything goes through me.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's rough.
Oh my gosh, what did you eat? Spoiled meat?
Salt water.
Oh my gosh, I'm not having this conversation with you again. I mean, ridiculous.
Anyway, I would go, what do you want?
Sure.
Is what I would say.
All right,
Yeah.
let's check in on the Facebook page. Anything of note? Anyone saying anything?
Yeah, Jill said, how do you decide which staffer sits in the chair for the show? And how much notice does he or she get?
Ah,
How
excellent.
much do they get?
How much
They
notice?
get to keep, how much time? I thought how much money are we paying them per show? No, they get to keep their job.
I would like to be paid extra to be on.
That's right. No, Nua. So basically, we started out. It's called the Producer's Perch because we have 3 producers, which are Bridget, Noah Day, and Nikita Jennings. Bridget Howard. She got married. I don't know if she's going by her.
She still is.
Name last name. Anyway, our 3 producers, and so Nikita is never on set in the Producer's Perch because she refuses to be on television.
Which irritates me.
Irritates me too. She's one of the most dynamic,
legitimately
lovely people.
Had to yell at her like a coach to do that sketch we did about some lady said you look like
Olivia de Havilland.
Olivia de Havilland, who played Scarlett in
She
Gone
did
with the
not
Wind.
play
Scarlett
Scarlett.
O'Hara.
She did not play
Olivia
Scarlett.
de Havilland played.
Janet Leigh played Scarlett O'Hara. Olivia de Havilland played her love's.
No, ma'am. Look it up, Noah.
Okay. Scarlett O'Hara was played by Janet Leigh, I will say.
Janet Leigh?
I mean, not Janet Leigh. Wait, not Janet Leigh. Wait, I said the wrong name. It's not Olivia de Havilland. It's,
She's British.
I said the wrong name, but who I'm thinking of is, I know you're wrong on Olivia de Havilland.
Oh, am I?
Yes. I think I'm also wrong on Vivian Leigh.
Vivian Leigh.
You still
All
sticking
right.
with Olivia de Havilland?
All right, I'll give you that one.
What character? Olivia played,
She had the vapors.
she was with Ashley.
She had the vapors.
She was very sick in childbirth.
Which vapors is a giveaway, isn't it? I mean, that sounds like fumes escaping. Vapors. Like people go outside to vape. If I have the vapors.
Janet Leigh was in Psycho.
Yeah, that's
I had the last name right. Vivian Leigh.
That's
Ready.
What's her face's mother?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett was played by
Vivian Leigh.
Yes.
I knew that.
Yes.
I
Now
knew
Olivia
that.
de Havilland played which character?
I'm looking. I'm
Yeah,
scrolling.
it takes forever.
It was good
He
luck.
doesn't
Yeah.
know.
No, I'm bad at
This
this.
was like her. She was like her cousin or friend or whatever that was with Ashley, the man that she left.
Ashley.
Yes.
And who played Ashley?
Oh Lord, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, now that we've settled that part
Yes.
of history,
Right.
what else?
Well, anyway, I had to yell at Nikita to be on television. I said, "Do your job."
Because you made each member of our
But she's
staff.
like, "I don't know. I'm not doing it. I don't want to." I said, "You're going to do it. Do your job. This is what we're paying you to do. Say the line. I'm right here. I'm not going to let you fail. Say the line."
You made every single staff member come in and tell me the famous curse word line.
Right. Which my grandfather said they stood in line to hear a man curse on the movie screen.
Yes, that's right. What, Nua?
Yeah.
He's freaking out.
Someone had commented that the ampersand is backwards.
On what?
Right there. Yep.
You idiot.
Listen, I had it the other way, and Nikita told me I was wrong.
Don't throw Nikita under the bus.
That was her way to get back at you for forcing her to be in that bit. She came in here and turned that the wrong way.
Nikita wasn't even here today. And did I get a phone call to say I'm not coming in? No.
I think she was scheduled off, Lee.
By who?
She cleared it
The
with
same
her
guy
department.
gave him a title?
I'm the guy that gave him the title. You're looking at him.
I'm Kaiser Sose.
I'm Caesar Kosei.
By the way, again, another little tidbit I learned from my Ottoman Empire, Rise of Empires
On Netflix?
show. Yeah, the Sultan there, Mehmet, when he took Constantinople, he gave himself the title of Kaiser, which is how they say Caesar. And then the Russians adopted it later. He was the first Kaiser, if you want to put it in a historical perspective.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, let's answer that viewer question. We did a long roundabout. We have 3 producers. Nikita refuses to be on television, so we just rotate Bridget and Noah. We used to rotate it each and every day, but Noah's role kind of changed with us a little bit, so he's off air more and doing more behind the scenes work. So most of the time now it's Bridget with us every day. But then if for some reason Nikita's off, we just kind of rotate based on who's in. Then we've had Nua join us on set a lot recently.
Yeah.
Sometimes if Bridget is doing some other stuff. And then like today when we were taping, Noah was with us.
Yeah. Noah Day.
And yeah, just kind of, it's really just scheduling wise. And they get notice. They kind of make their own schedule with that now. Like we used to kind of say, hey, come be with us today. But now it's just however it works schedule wise. And they all enjoy doing it. At first, I think they were all a little freaked out because Lee and I have been in TV for a long time. You many more years than I, obviously. And you forget that other people haven't been on TV. So I think the first time we threw any of them on TV, they were terrified and we didn't know it because they were too scared to tell us A, no, or B, like, I'm actually really scared.
Yeah, but I'm not.
It's the baptized by fire thing.
I'm not throwing you out there and say, fill 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just out there. Just sit there. And if I have a question for you, you can answer it. I won't let you fail.
Yeah. I wish you'd tell me that once in a while.
No, you're on your own.
Oh, okay.
By the way, so Leslie Howard played Ashley in Gone with the Wind.
Leslie.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
Olivia de Havilland was a great actress. She played Melanie,
Melanie.
who got the vapors.
She got
Which
sick.
is just a genteel way of saying flatulence.
No.
I've got the vapors.
Oh. Goes up at the end. Gosh, any dog that's listening to this right now just ran out their front door, and I imagine it's a swinging door that slams.
That was, never mind.
My gosh.
All right.
Okay. Who do you all drop in the comments below? Who do you think Lee Cruz looks like celebrity-wise? Don't say. Today on our taping of our show, he said that that his twin separated at birth was Chris Hemsworth.
Well, that was from the neck down.
Okay. I didn't know that was so is that fraternal or identical or ifernal? A combo of identical and fraternal? I don't know.
Who do you look like?
Well, I'm saying that person said I look like Olivia de Havilland, which thank you so much. Drop a comment below, though. We're live on our Facebook page right now at the time of this taping. Again, if you don't follow the Facebook page, please do. Just search Lee and Hayley on Facebook. We do have a fan page on there that is not regulated by us, but that some lovely fans manage. So if you search Lee and Hayley on Facebook, you'll see one, I think ours has like 25,000 followers or something. That is the one that we run and respond to. The other one is a fan page, and it's run very well, and we appreciate whoever runs that. But if you send a message, if you're sending a message there, we will not respond to you because we don't have access to that.
I want to say, Devon? Is that her name?
I don't know.
I believe so.
All right.
She does a great job, by the way.
Yeah.
And I didn't ask her to do that, nor did you. It all just popped up one day. And there it was. But a lot of people thought that was some official stuff. That's just, we don't have any control over that. But the lady.
That's how a fan page works.
Yeah, the lady who runs
exactly,
it, though, is, Devon Gillespie, I think that's right.
I don't know. You keep looking at me like I'm going to confirm. Lee, I don't know.
Why don't you?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I'm sorry.
What was I going to tell you? Well, I forgot. Now it's over.
Okay. Also, we are on the Kentucky Sports Radio YouTube channel as well, the video version of this podcast. So if you're listening to us wherever you get your podcasts, head over to YouTube as well, and you can see us actually taping this episode. So
yeah. Let's ask a few questions for Greg Warren.
All right, let's do it. The guest that you so scheduled. Wow, Greg, you look so ampersand.
Yeah. Jeez, oh, Pete.
Jeez, oh, Pete. Do you ever write in cursive?
Checks.
You write your checks in cursive?
Some of it.
Okay, which part? The date?
Well, no, I'll write. Sometimes I'll write the number. Obviously, I sign my name in cursive.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was just
the only thing I don't for sure write in cursive is in the memo, because I'm usually writing something for Noah Day, and I'll write something sweet like herpes vaccine.
Yeah, Lee loves to. Noah Day is always in a pure panic when it comes to the general public. So Lee usually tries to embarrass him when he has to take a check that Lee writes him to the bank. He's so terrified the bank teller is going to ask what the memo means.
One time he didn't even cash the check because I wrote on it. It was when the war was really hopping. And I wrote something about Russian aid or support for the fight against Ukraine.
Oh, my. That's awful. Lee, heads up, the war's still going on.
I know, but nobody's talking about it.
And since then, we've gotten another war going on.
I know what we got going on. Thank God there's people like me and Noah Day out there to laugh at it.
Okay.
Because we'd all be in a pure
Noah's not
panic.
Laughing. He's behind on his bills now.
He just tore the check up. I'm not cashing.
I'm not cashing this. Good Lord. Anyway, no, I don't write. I write in print now all the time, except I will write in cursive occasionally, and I love it whenever I do. I'm like, well, this is so easy. You just never lift up
That's
a
a
pen.
lost art. I think it's going to die with us.
I know.
I bet Noah doesn't know how to do it. Do you? Can you write in cursive? He can, he says.
I've never seen it.
He can't spell
one of the best
in any language.
Y'all, we were crying, and a lot of the content made it onto the show. Lee and I did our Valentine's Day Mad Libs. Bridget wrote a custom Mad Libs, or she and Nikita wrote it together, I think. And then Lee and I had to fill in, as Mad Libs work, so we supply adjectives, adverbs, nouns, numbers, all that stuff, then she fills it in.
Someone just weighed in that their husband says I look like a young Tom Cruise.
A young Tom Cruise?
Well, that's right.
Oh, he is a little older than you.
Yes, he is. What was that? The bell? What
are you kicking under the table? And that was my signal.
That's the end of the fight.
Please stop talking. Yeah, KO. Yeah, I'm sorry. The metal on my shoe hit the table.
What are you got? Spurs?
I've got these on. A little Tory Burch action.
Oh yeah.
Hello to all the foot fetish fans out there. I know I'm going to get an email after this.
Why don't you just make them happy and plop your little piggies on the table?
I'm not going to do that. Sometimes when times are hard, I'll think, I mean, I could start a foot OnlyFans.
Yeah.
People do that.
Heck. But I guess I'm thinking about
there
me.
we go.
But so the standard for you is
Sure.
you don't find that part of your body sacred. So it's okay to make money off that. Shall I use a word, prostitute yourself to make money off of your foot.
I'm not doing it, but sometimes I find myself pondering.
But no matter what, there are
morality.
other areas of Hayley that you wouldn't.
Right.
See? Isn't that
See
a moral
what?
conundrum
Yeah,
that
that's
you're
what,
in?
I haven't heavily considered it. I was just joking about this with one of my friends the other day because she was like, life
I don't
is
know
so
if you've
hard.
read
Why don't
your-
I just...
I don't know if you've read your contract.
What
but
contract? Oh, you get half my foot earning income? I bet that's what it says.
I get
If you
the
choose
big and the little toe money.
I get the 3 middle ones.
Yeah. What is that? What's that thing you and I have? We have a condition you and I have.
A difference of opinion.
Yeah. No, there's a condition that some
It's
people,
called Morton's toe.
Morton's toe. You and I have the Morton toe condition.
Please do not
What?
wrap our feet into the same situation.
Why not? We both have it.
Yeah, no. So Morton's toe is when your second toe is longer than your big toe. I only have it. Mine's a little longer on my right foot, not on my left foot. A lot of people have this condition.
The other night,
It's not even a condition.
and this is the first time this has happened in maybe 2 years. I was in the bathtub. And I noticed, because, everybody inevitably stretches their feet out. They just don't sit on their knees the entire time like I do. And I look down there, and both of them are that way.
both of your second toes are
I
longer?
believe that to be true. Now, there may be because of all the damage that has been done. But yes.
You lost some toenails because you ran into the wall, right?
Yes. Now they're kind of growing back, but it's not pretty. It's just they're a shell of their former self. Because as I've been told by many a woman, you've got the prettiest feet I've ever seen.
Okay.
You talk about a cash machine. I'd be like an ATM out there in the foot fetish world.
I'm just saying, I don't know, what is the morality issue of that?
Well, you've determined yours. If times are hard enough, here comes your foot.
Well, if no one knows, but here's the thing.
What I mean, if no one knows?
Why would not-
That's the money maker. They got to know it's yours. Nobody cares if it's just an anonymous foot.
Look, I'm not doing it. I haven't done it. I'm just saying my friends and I were talking about it, and sometimes I think, what if,
Yeah.
I don't know. And no
How
judgment
much
on
money
anyone
you
and whatever
think
you do
is
to make
out
money.
there for
You do
this?
you. Lee, the foot fetish
I'll tell you right now,
industry is large.
I'm not giving you $1 for that.
Lee, based on the amount of
You'd
message,
have to pay me to look at it.
why would it? Lee, please look at this picture I took of my foot in a sandal, please.
Oh, it's just a sandal, so you're not going to go totally nude.
I'm just topless.
Maybe an ankle sock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Ankle sock. Or one of those, like those gloves that have your fingers out. I'll have a
Right.
sock on just where my toes are out.
Then why is it you give me such a hard time about the ankle sock? Because I prefer ankle.
'cause
I
you
fell in
wear-
love with them when I started golf.
Well, I love ankle socks too, Lee, but you wear ankle socks with your dress pants and dress shoes. And then when you sit down, inevitably a large section of your leg shows. And I just think it's odd. But you do you, okay? Post some photos
what
of that on
you-
your OnlyFans and see what kind of traction you get.
So what you're telling me is you'd rather me not wear a sock.
Lee, no, I don't. Either don't wear a sock or wear a man's dress sock is what I think.
I will not wear a man's dress sock.
Wear your own dress sock.
Yeah.
My gosh.
That'd be a heck of a magic trick.
I just want
wouldn't
to say that I've started taking notes whenever we do our podcast now because later I write the synopsis for the little description. And so I just want to say a little thing real quick here. These are the notes I've
it?
written
Are you
so
going to
far.
read those to me? Okay.
Forgotten comedy show Sauce, live TV, South Dakota brother deep voice, ending phone calls, Gone with the Wind, and foot pics. So we've really covered so much, and I love it. Thoughts?
Well,
That's it. That's
a
us in a
wide
nutshell.
swath.
Yeah, but no. Anyway, one of the funniest moments we had behind the scenes this week. Anyway, Lee and I were doing the Mad Libs, and Nua was behind the camera taking notes on the things we said. And we've talked about before, and Nua's fine. We wouldn't embarrass him like this. He's fine with us talking about it, but he cannot spell to save his life. And I truly think it's because he gets in a panic and thinks, I don't know how to spell this, so I'll just write anything. And so he had to write down our answers, and then he went to give the list to Bridget, and she could not only not read what he wrote, the letters were so confusing. She had to ask him multiple times, what is this word you've written? And then we filmed a little thing you may have seen on the show, one of our Smile of the Days, which is the last little bit of joy at the end of our show, one last laugh for you. And it was him explaining to her, why he spelled things. That was a Q in the word kiwi, friends. He did Qiwi. She gave him a second chance. It was like an internet redemption, like on Daniel Tosh, Tosh.0. And then he spelled carnitas, the cooked pork dish, like almost like he was starting to write cornflakes, and then he was trying to write Uncle Cletus. So it was like cornflakes and Uncle Cletus combined. It was like cornitas.
He mishandled comfortable as well.
I don't know what he was thinking. It was so
Can I ask
so
a
funny.
question? If I were to drill down on someone's disability the way you're doing, Nua, you would call me cruel. You would say, let him off the mat.
Give him so much grief
when
for
it's
this.
deserved, but I don't continue to punch down on a kid with an obvious disability who can't spell to save his life.
I just said that he's
We've
fine with it
proven
because he's
the boy's dumber than a brick.
He
Why do
is
you
not.
keep making fun of him?
I can't hear you over the gaslighting. I cannot hear you over the flames coming in my direction when you are so mean to him about it.
I am never mean to him. I lift him up.
Why are you talking over here?
What are you talking about? I'm right in the microphone. You always do that, some distractive technique to get us off the topic.
And it works every single time.
It doesn't. Jill writes back, says, I think Lee looks like Dana Andrews. He starred
I don't know
in
who that is.
Laura in the Best Years of Our Lives. Oh, that's a great movie. You talk about a tearjerker.
Really?
Oh, it's about a veteran coming home. Yes.
Oh my God.
It's like in the 50s or something. It's like a World War II movie. Or Stephen Boyd, the villainous Masala in Ben-Hur. He got shredded up pretty bad, but still looked handsome.
Oh.
Laying there in the arena floor.
That's what people say about you. Nah, he got shredded up pretty bad, especially his toes, but he's still handsome. Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew? Uh-oh. What else?
There's a guy about to get blocked.
Is it foot stuff?
No.
Oh.
You seeing what I see, Nua? Okay, good. Well, goodbye.
It feels so good to block people sometimes. Some people are just mean and unhappy, and we don't need that kind of space or negativity in our
It's
space.
not mean. It's just weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, should we answer some of the questions
All
again?
right, yeah. And if you have one, you can weigh in either on our Facebook page or you can write to us if you're listening to the podcast, and we'll accept that at ideas@leeandhaley.com.
That's right. I'm checking to see if we got any email submissions. We don't right now. It looks like everybody's responding on the Facebook page. We got a lot of those. But each and every week here on the podcast, if this is your first time listening, because that's what we're here on,
Here's one from Greg Warren.
oh, good.
He writes, sure.
He'd like to come on the podcast because he would have loved that opportunity, Lee, had you kept a decent calendar.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg, miss you. Let's do the interview now. Hey, Greg, how are you? Just write your answer below on the Facebook page.
Why don't you FaceTime with him?
Let's
Do a
FaceTime Greg Warren.
interview.
We'll do a FaceTime interview, but just me and Greg because he's mad at Lee. I can already tell. You know, he don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. Here's one. What's this? Who's this from?
At the end of the episode every week, we answer funny questions and prompts from our staff members and you guys, those who submit questions. So drop a funny question, comment, thought, whatever below, and then we'll also answer our staff members.
So Nua asked, he goes, what's your favorite type of comedy, like genre, if that's something that exists in comedy, he says.
He knows comedy so
Yeah.
well, but I can't make fun of him because then you'll be mean to me. I don't know. I like comedy
Slapstick.
that surprises me. Like a long form joke. Like that's what I'll oftentimes love about Dave Chappelle is he'll be telling a long
does a
form
callback, yes.
joke.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's a callback or it's a long form joke that then there's a joke at the end that has nothing to do with the whole story that he just told.
Well,
and it is so I love when a joke really surprises me. I don't see it coming.
One of the bits of brilliance that Dave did, remember the
That was the
special
precursor to Dippin' Dots.
where
Bits of brilliance.
he said, sometimes I just write punchlines. I don't even have a joke for it.
Yeah.
And he goes like this, and I forgot what it was. And he goes, and I'll put it in a jar. He says that like 10 minutes into the show. And then at the end of the show, he sets it up to deliver it. And it's like, you got to be kidding me.
That's amazing.
He's Beethoven.
Oh, that's amazing. I love
He's
it.
the Beethoven of comedy. I love that guy.
I love it. But yeah, I love to be completely shocked by a joke.
Yeah.
I don't care if it takes them 20 minutes to get there. Once they get there, I love it. I like to live through it.
All right. Caleb writes, are you a morning person or a night owl?
Oh,
I'm a night owl.
Are you? Caleb, our other photographer editor. I am I'm a mid.
No, I'm sorry. You know who that's from? That's from Nikita. I get them mixed up. They look just alike.
They look just alike.
Yeah.
That short haircut, the beard.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Nick, are you a morning person? I'm like a mid. I'm not a night owl, but I'm not an early riser. Like my body clock is like 10, 11 p.m. to 8, 9 a.m. is when I want to be sleeping. Like I go to bed kind of at a decent hour, but I can really sleep in. Yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle. I'm not a night owl. I will stay up late, especially if I'm binging a show, which I am now fully on board with the Yellowstone movement. And I'm late to the game, but I am committed to the cause. I hate getting up on time. And really, that's any time. Anytime I have to wake up to an alarm, I absolutely hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just gives me anxiety the second it occurs. Okay, so you're a night owl. What would be your, if you didn't have to worry about time or being anywhere at any time, what would be your natural sleep schedule?
Probably I'd wake up about 10:30.
Oh, really? That late?
Go to bed 3.
Really? You
2,
and my dad
maybe.
are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dad's schedule. He loves that.
like that.
And he's retired now, so he can do that.
Yeah.
Much to my mother's chagrin.
What does she have a
She
schedule?
wants him up and doing chores at 7 a.m. My mom's favorite thing now to do to my dad is gripe about his hygiene. He's completely clean, but anytime, and she does it in front of all of us, and it's very funny. She'll be like, when are you going to shower today? And he'll be like, I just got up. She's like, well, it's 11 a.m. Or she'll be like, wouldn't kill you to run a toothbrush over those teeth.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Wow.
leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very funny.
She bullies him a lot.
Yeah, it's funny, though.
Yeah.
He can take it. He's a 6'3" man who's been married to her for 200 years.
Well, maybe he's got feelings. They get hurt on occasion.
He does have feelings that get hurt on occasion.
All right. Do you have anybody text you over there? Or
Yes, Bridget
share?
texted us, what is the most bizarre encounter you have ever had with a wild animal?
You know what? And I have it on my phone. I met a fox,
Yes.
and I got her number.
Oh, my God.
No, I met a real fox at our old TV station.
Mm-hmm.
I walked. Now he was always walking the property, coming out of but the locals had a friendly term, hobo jungle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's not nice.
it isn't.
PC.
Well, the locals said it. I didn't say
Yeah.
it. Anyway, and he would walk the railroad track and come out of the woods. And one day I just thought, well, what's he going to do if I walk up to him? I'll tell you what he did. He came over and said, hello.
He spoke.
Yes. No, I got pictures where he's like this far from me.
Yeah, you and a wild fox. I remember you coming into the station, and this is something you like to do. You're one of those people that doesn't pick up on social cues that other people are working when you have a video or photo that you really want people to see. Newitt can attest to this. Nothing excites you more than a funny video or picture.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter. Someone at the Defense Department could be punching in the
I don't
code to
work at
set
the
off the
Defense Department.
nukes, and you could be like, hey, stop, you got to see this.
Okay, I don't work there. I
Thank
work
God.
here at a comedy show. And I'm the boss. If
know.
I want my employees to look at a photo, I'll show them a photo. I had to deal with that. I had bosses that would interrupt me and tell me what to do. Now it's my turn.
Lee, they never did the things that you do.
So what? I'm different.
But I've worked with you at 2 different businesses, okay?
Yes.
And back in the old day when we worked in local news, it's like
Well, I was sending a message,
You
though.
went on a shift.
I
You'd come in to the newsroom and show like me and like 5 or 6 people in there. Hey, look at this funny video.
You got to watch this.
And then
Right.
our building was kind of built in like there was a big circle you could kind of walk around, so you could go through each department. Then like about an hour later, I'd see Lee leave the news department and go down to kind of the sales. Then like an hour would go by, and he'd come back from like the creative services department. He'd have made the full loop and then be giggling to himself. And I'm like, what? He's like, I was just showing everybody that video. He would have gone to every department in the building and
That's
showed
right.
everybody those Fox pictures. Because it's like he needed every person to see it. And you'll do that now in our small office, or we work in at a TV station where we share office space. So you'll go into their news department and be like, did y'all see this?
What is wrong with sharing mirth, merriment, and joy? That's what I am. I am sent from God
There's nothing wrong.
to make people happy. I don't see what's wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just know one of your big pet peeves, and mine as well, is when people don't pick up on social cues. You do pick up on the social cue that people are working and sometimes don't want to see it. You don't care.
Those people that you're referring to are not coming in to bring me happiness and joy.
Yeah.
They're coming in to spread gossip and disparage other people. That's different than what I do. I'm making people happy.
Yeah. And we thank you.
Yes. Someone writes, Brad
Hey, Brad.
writes, Lee, is it challenging to work with a co-star that is so much better looking and so much smarter than you? Well, Brad, as soon as that happens, I'll let you know. That would be a challenge.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brad, for warning me.
Brad, when that happens to me, I'll let you know. Thank you, Brad. That was very sweet. Oh, I was pooped on
Wow.
by a snake on live TV once.
Oh.
Yes.
And his name?
His name was Ron. No, I was working in local news and I was doing a morning show and
They-
a wildlife center came on and they had a snake and they were making all of us hold it, all the on-air people. And I was like, okay, so I'm holding it. And then all of a sudden, when I tell you the smell was in my bones.
It's carnivorous
The pungent.
defecation.
It somehow, I don't know how to, it went all the way down my arm,
It
all
was
the way
a-
down my dress, down my leg, onto my shoe,
Yeah.
onto the stage.
It used to be a rat.
And the smell was breathtaking
That
in
was-
the worst way.
Just to put that in
There's
context,
a picture of me somewhere. I wish I could
that
find
was
it.
melted rat.
It's got real bits of rat.
There's
in
something
it.
when you handle a snake, a lot of people don't think about that. This thing's going to squirt stuff.
Yeah, I'd never really thought about
That is
snake
nasty.
defecation. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. Maybe you have. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about
Well,
it.
no, I didn't think of it when you're, because I've done those interviews as well where, you're with some animal control guy or the nature preserve and look at this fun snake, kids. And
Yeah.
then poop.
Yeah, it's what's that popular book? Everybody poops.
The most fun I had, though, with animals was at the penguins.
Oh yeah.
I went up to the preserve that they have at the zoo, or the enclosure, I guess is a better term. And those guys have a hierarchy. They slap each other just like the Stooges
Yeah.
to assert dominance. I'm talking about the emperor penguins. So they stand almost 3 feet tall. They're like, if they were on the table here, they'd be that big, standing.
Yeah.
And they're dressed to the nines.
And are you
they
dressed
would
in honor of them today?
And they would stand there and pow!
Yes.
And the guy would look, put me in my place, will you?
My God.
Love those guys.
Love it.
All right.
Okay.
Is that it?
I think that's it. Thank you to everybody asking.
Ben said, love these two and excited to see what they create this year. Well, we're working on some wonderful things. So thank you, Ben.
I answered it a moment ago, but I'm just trying to answer to a few more questions. Nua had texted and said a lot of you on there were asking where Noah Day is. He is alive and well and still working with us. As we said, he was on our show today that you will see tomorrow. As you guys know, we tape our show a day ahead because it airs in so many markets. So you'll see Noah on the episode tomorrow. His job kind of shifted with us a little bit, doing more kind of behind the scenes special projects and things like
Now,
that.
he was given a title, unlike Nua.
Nua
You the
is
other
the
day
senior,
on television.
maybe I said senior photographer editor.
No, you gave him some big, lofty title.
What was it?
I don't remember. It was Viceroy.
I tried to give him
Emperor.
co-host, and you didn't seem to like that. So,
Oh, he can have it if he wants
would
to
you
try
rather
it.
me be gone and him host with you, or you be gone and him host with me?
Me be gone.
That sounds like an infomercial product. Try me be gone.
That
Yeah.
hurts just a little.
Yeah. See, I love Nua. I'm sorry you don't like him. You love him. Thanks everybody that watched here on the Facebook page today. So again, the whole reason we did this, want you to be aware of what it's like. The Lee and Hayley Overtime podcast. It's like this every week, except some weeks we have guests. We had a fantastic bourbon master a few weeks ago. We had soon to be College Football Hall of Fame
Tim Couch.
inductee Tim Couch with us. We were supposed to have Greg Warren hopefully soon, but
But
Lee
somebody
messed up.
forgot to tell him.
Somebody is Lee Cruz.
That's on me.
It is. So, and Greg was commenting on the Facebook page. So maybe
Yeah.
we'll zoom him in sometime. Anything like that. So follow us on Facebook. We appreciate it. Thank you if you're watching on the Kentucky Sports Radio YouTube channel. Drop a comment below. Or if you're just listening to the melodious tones of Lee Cruz and Haley Harmon, we appreciate
And
it.
thanks to Damiano's
That's right.
delicious Italian food located right there, South Upper.
Yes.
That is right across from the Target on campus. And you can watch the game there, but you can have a pizza pie.
In Lexington.
That is so fantastic. And cocktails, or you can have it catered or out the door, whatever they say.
Pick up.
The pickup, is that what
go.
they do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Damiano's, I love it.
Damiano's. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a great week.